right now, the right of Azrael's camera rather. You can see them trying to sit down. They have to play on that setup, but we're gonna focus on a different match here. Meru versus Azrael for winner semis.
And they have played against her in the past. It has been close a couple of times, but Meru has just come from an upset of Super Semi, so he's in a good groove right now. But Azrael also has some good wins on his back for now, so let's see how it's gonna go. Azrael now rocking the Cloud since the buff. He's been going back to him, so maybe that will work a little bit better against Peach instead of Wolf. But I think the only way to see is the final.
Well, one thing we saw from Azrael a while ago was that he played against Dia at Tex Deluxe 1. And it was an absolute stomp where he hit finishing touch after finishing touch. And I'm wondering, can he do the same versus Meru? Or is Meru just a little bit too strong?
I am not completely sure, but every time Meru pulls a tulip, a turnip, Cloud is able to charge that limit. Of course, it goes a lot faster, so you have to be careful when you're going to pluck the turnip and when Cloud's going to get the limit. Because if Cloud has limit, you have a very big disadvantage on your hand. You see it right here, and now he has a kill confirm in his pocket, basically. A couple of kill moves for we have a Stitch Phase from Meru, of course, having the usual Peach locks as always.
Yeah, the Stitch Phase could really help out here because the deficit is... There is a deficit, but it isn't that big. Throws away the Stitch Phase, unfortunate for Meru. But great news for Azrael, can go on the offensive now. The limit is halfway full.
And the backer is going to do it across the stage. Such a strong backer at 150%. And Azrael already has the limit again. So this could be a couple of early percents. Meru already at 24%, 34. So it's only waiting for the limit cross slash or maybe limit flash. There we go. 53% and counting on Meru, while Azrael still in his first stock.
Yeah, and Azrael's feeling confident going off stage, using the cross slash to tack on just a little bit more damage, and Meru is trailing quite far behind. It's almost the entire stock.
Azrael's actually playing quite defensively, does not want to engage with Meru, it seems. He's mostly just trying to stay on the platform, stay away from the beach, within a sword's length, of course, to get that limit online, because that's his main winning condition, it seems.
Yeah, even catching the turnip right here, wondering what he's going to do with that. Tries to go for the limit cross slash. The up smash will do in its place.
A B out of shield hits behind him as well. Meru didn't expect it, and so the Azrael did as well. Gets off stage, and SDs, unfortunately, it's not the worst case scenario because he was at a high percent, but it's still something you do not want to see at this high in the bracket.
No, every single thing can count and can make or break a game like this, especially against Peach, who we've seen time and time again that Meru can land these devastating high damage combos. Azrael needs to be on the lookout for those.
And I think what Meru needs to watch out for is those up smashes out of shield. Those up smashes are really strong right now. We see a couple moves of Azrael being interrupted by Meru, who's been going on with this damage. 87.5%, but the down air is going to take the second stock of Meru. Azrael now at the limit, in charge of the situation, gets back to the stage safely while using the limit cross, late beam, and now has to land again. It's going to be fine, but Meru keeping the pressure very high.
What I like from Azrael is that he constantly finds his footing. Back on the platforms, back on the stage. And Meru has trouble keeping Azrael in disadvantage for longer periods of time. The climb hazard also helps with tacking on the damage.
Quick up the outer shield also does a lot for neutral, especially on Battlefield where on the top platform Cloud has very little end lag for the move. Ooh, for their arrows into the blaster, and sadly, that's a bit of a bummer. But we're gonna see how Azrael is gonna make this up.
Yeah, Azrael's been trying to charge his limit constantly, but just now he bit off more than he could chew right there. Again, uses the top platform you were talking about, Dago, and the situation has turned completely. Meru has made it even once again, or almost.
Azrael now with the limit, and almost everything is gonna do. Tries to read the air dodge, but sadly the air mobility of Peach is just too high for that. Tries to break the shield with the up smash, not successful as well. But Meru's shield is not that large anymore.
Yeah, but this is starting to get troublesome for Meru. Needs to get back, needs to interrupt the limit charge. Azrael's online, uses the climb hazard to get back, and he does so correctly. But Meru still in the advantage here.
Gets away with a high climb hazard forward, they're just barely missing, and the dash attack is gonna take it. No back air from Peach is going to go for that shield. A quick dash attack will take it. And that was a very close game number 1.
Yeah.
A surprisingly close game number 1, actually, seeing how the beginning turned out to be.
Well, and if this keeps up, we're gonna see a very close set. But remember, just like you said, the beginning of the game was completely in Azrael's favor, and slowly but surely, Meru found his footing, turned the game around, and if he can play on the level that he showed in the first game, on the second and third stock, I think Azrael's going to have a hard time.
Meru needs a quick start in that situation. If he starts out a lot better, I think he would be able to win the first game. But right now we're going to town, a city, bigger stage, bigger series of platforms, more divided from each other, but also a FD in some situation. And Peaches love FD as far as I know. I think it's one of the more common stages for them to pick, so... And again, with the platforms as well, there's good chasing potential. So let's see how Meru is going to deal with this.
Yeah, and even this part of the stage, which I think is pretty good for Cloud, Meru has been dominating on so far. Azrael already at kill percent. Meru's trying to find the forward air or something like that to finish off this stock.
Back attack is not going to do it. Backer isn't as well. Ooh, gets out of that climb hazard, is not going to take anything from that. Cloud off stage again, almost has the limit though. Azrael keeps charging it.
He's just taking his time, and he knows Meru can't overcommit on that side platform, so he can charge limit there. But Meru, with the quick grab, gets the forward throw and gets the first stock in the second game.
There was so much pressure coming out from Meru that Azrael had burned his limit twice at that side of the stage. He just has such a hard time getting back. Ooh, air dodge off the stage, is not able to make it back. Azrael not really stepping up his game, actually having a lot of trouble staying focused, it seems.
Right, the town and city pick working out for Meru. Just the mental reset in the second game seems to favor Meru a little bit more. Azrael with the unfortunate SD there, but you know, could still make it back. Gets the dash attack.
Under the ledge, yeah, great option there for people hanging too far on the ledge. And we have a Saturn, I thought it was a Saturn actually. It wouldn't surprise me seeing what luck Meru usually has with those turnips, so it can always happen. But right now we see a good string coming out for Azrael, keeping the pressure up. But now it's Meru's turn to play the game. Azrael now landing with his own down air. And it's basically a trade back and forth with those aerials, it seems.
It's a ping pong match.
Yeah.
They're constantly in each other's face, trying to get the most out of their advantage states. But at this point, it's Meru who gets the forward air and finishes off game number 2.
He lost the limit there, actually. He wanted to limit cross slash, but he was interrupted by Meru. So that's a big thing. And when you have to go off stage at such a high percentage without limit, it's very predictable to see which way you're coming. And that's just a quick forward air to finish the job. So we're now 1-1. It's Azrael's counter pick right now. What do you expect? Pokemon Saber. That question was totally answered.
It was exactly what I expected, Dagobert. You didn't even have to ask me that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, game number 3. Let's see if Azrael can make work of this third game.
Yeah, I think the most unfortunate thing of that second game was the SD. He didn't have a focus or just a right mindset when he came into that. He actually had a Meru start. The start of Meru had a game number 1. So now maybe both of them are going to start in a more favorable neutral position. It seems they're still trading aerials right now. Ooh, the turnip at max of his height is going to hit Azrael, but Azrael now has the limit.
I gotta say, Meru has been working these turnips so well, and Azrael's been eating them like gets the limit cross slash, that's pretty good. But Meru gets down smashed. Azrael with the ledge trapping here. 2 back airs, 3 back airs, doesn't quite get it. Meru escapes.
That's a lot of shield pressure though, those backers. They do a lot of shield damage, and they are quite safe on shield. So it's a low commitment to do that, and the dash attack is going to take a stock again. Azrael has made great use of that dash attack. Limit Blade Wing into the up B is also going to be a great reset in neutral, but right now he has to recover, needs to air dodge, and that's a big forward air for Meru.
Yeah, Meru will never drop that edge guard against a jumpless, air dodgeless Cloud. But Azrael responds quickly with the climb hazard, tacks on a little bit of damage, but he realizes that you need a lot more than just damage to beat Meru.
I think Azrael is going back to mostly running away, actually not going into that confrontation with Peach, especially at low percent. That is such a difficult and risky choice to make. And now he can just stay in the back, charge limit, maybe I'll be out of shield if Meru comes too close, but he can just he can dictate the pace of the game for now, it seems.
Yeah, you're exactly right. As long as Meru doesn't get his combo starters, he can't start anything, but he did get one of his combo starters there. Azrael has to burn the limit to get back to the stage. Does so successfully, but Meru is right on it still.
Ooh, good down air right there. Has to turn it, not really make any use of that. Back of the stage, Meru needs to recover again, and Azrael's pressure on the ledge has been really great with the dash attack, but Meru getting up in time to avoid that.
Just barely whiffing that up smash. Meru trying to get through the blade beams. But Azrael, like you said, is taking his time, using the platforms to move around, not wanting to interact with Meru. Does have to do so here. Can he escape from that ledge trap?
Tries to hit him with down air, but Meru using the backer to counter that. And now Azrael has the limit again. Meru hitting that down air below the ledge. We've seen Meru deal very good with that limit. There haven't been that many situations where limit has come out and he gets the stock and instantly plucks the Stitch Face, throws it away as well. But that's such a dominating start to get play against where you're fresh stock.
Yeah, seeing that Stitch Face was definitely a big scare moment, but Meru, being the honorable player, tosses it into nothingness. Azrael,
I doubt that was because of honor.
No, that's just the storyline I'm trying to pull here. No, Azrael trying to make up for lost time, trying to get this stock done as quickly as possible. Gets the forward, gets the limit online, the cross slash maybe. The climb hazard will not do it.
Climb has a very strong hitbox at the beginning, but when you miss that, you have to come down again, and that's a prime opportunity for your opponent to punish you. But a spot dodge up smash is going to take the second stock from Meru, and now both players are at their last stock, but Meru has an advantage. Azrael sitting with a 65%, 81 now, so he has something to make up for. Can he do it? The limit? No, he instantly chooses the limit blade beam. Not the best situation to use that, and now he's in big trouble again.
Yeah, Peach hitting that float in air and immediately going for the grab is such a strong mix-up for Meru. And he is in prime percentage range to be killed here, Azrael is. Needs to be very careful of any of Meru's kill options. And Meru has been getting these KOs with the forward air.
I've seen Azrael actually whiff a lot of up Bs right now. A lot of climb handlers going away, going out and not really hitting, but not a big punishment from Meru, and hits the reverse limit blade beam as Azrael takes game number 2. Meru obviously shocked at that, seeing his facial expression. And we're going into a game number 4 in advantage for Azrael.
I gotta be honest, I started clapping at that because that was beautiful work by Azrael. Meru was dominating that last stock, but Azrael kept calm, stayed focused, got the limit, and finishes it off cleanly.
I think it was literally the last thing you would expect, because most clouds go for the limit cross slash in that situation.
Right.
So he floated back actually to the blaster to dodge that, but the limit blade beam catches that and still finishes the stock. So that's a great option there from Azrael. Let's see if we can make those great choices again in game number 4, or if Meru is going to take a note on that and try to get back at it.
Right. Azrael trying to stay around that middle platform to use the climb hazard more safely. But Meru will have none of that. Grabs him, down throw to back air, a Peach staple combo. And now Azrael just shooting the blade beam, trying to keep Meru's position under control. Good damage.
It's going really equal for now. Almost all games have had an explosive start from either player. So for now, it seems to be equal game. Feels quite equal as well. Azrael has to use that limit blade, limit up B to get back to the stage and not die of a gimp. But that's a great waste actually. So now he has to charge the limit again, and on a smaller stage like Smashville, you're not going to have as much room to do that. Nair sitting in the opposite direction. Can he make it back? Great tech, he can, and he gets the spike! What a climb hazard here from Azrael, who made a great play right there despite Meru's best efforts.
Yeah, Meru definitely caught off guard there, tried to go for the edge guard, but edge guarding Azrael always seems to end in disaster. We've seen it time and time again, first from Dia, and now against Meru as well. Azrael seems to find these speeches and find them or send them to the grave.
What I really like from Azrael as well, when he's off stage and Meru throws a turnip, he uses cross slash to just delete the turnip. It goes through it and it just doesn't make the hitbox appear there anymore. So it's a really good way to get back to the stage. And you float a little bit in the air after that. So it's a great option to take.
Azrael living to 208%, tries to go for the finishing touch, but the only thing getting finished here is Azrael's first stock. Still ahead,
A
but
little bit of styling
it's
there.
I mean it's just a risk-reward kind of thing, right? You're at 200%, you just try.
Yeah.
If you get it, you're a god.
You have nothing to lose at that point.
Yeah.
Unless you accept your stock. But
Yeah.
that's not the problem.
All right.
The problem is Azrael being in the corner again. That's a quick 60%. Ooh, down air through the stage. Goes for the up air from Peach. Again, offstage situation. Meru going very far into the back. Ooh! Just waits there. Meru rolls luckily. It doesn't get caught by that limit cross slash.
Yeah, and despite the strong start from Azrael with the 200% on the first stock, he is now behind. Meru has quickly equalized this and gets the forward air. Doesn't get the kill. Great DI by Azrael.
Gets the down air, beats the Peach back air, and the up air is going to take a second stock from Meru. Meru now potentially at his last stock in the winner side of the bracket. Is he going to make a comeback? Let's see. Both players at their last stock. Game number 4.
Uh-oh. Now, this is where legends are born. But Meru is the one answering first. Gets a sick combo, 70% already on Azrael. And now it just gets to extend his advantage here. The thing going for Azrael here is that the limit is nearly online. Can he make something happen?
I think the only use for limit right now, ooh, misses the limit. But the only thing he could have used this for is to build percentage. He wasn't nearly, it wasn't anything near a kill setup or a side B that could have ended the stock right there. So he had to use it for percentage, but he didn't. He missed it. So now Azrael is back on the stage and he doesn't have a double jump. He doesn't get back to the stage, and we're going into a game number 5.
I mean, what else could it be?
Yeah.
It's been close all the way through. These players are evenly matched so far.
Yeah.
But Meru, with that turnip, finishes it off cleanly. And like you put earlier, normally Azrael would just cross-slash it away. Couldn't do it this time. And Meru quickly finishes it. Let's see the last game here. This is the decider.
We're going back to Pokemon Stadium 2. Last time they went to Pokemon Stadium 2 this set, Azrael got a lot of lineage out of the limit charge because he has a lot more room to charge it. Smasher, of course, doesn't give you that much room to charge it, so maybe this might be a turning factor for Azrael, but still, Meru has those big combos up his sleeve. He could just throw them out at any point, and if Azrael keeps missing those climb hazards, he's gonna get them in his face.
And that's really the story so far in this game. Azrael missing the climb hazards and Meru punishing accordingly. And that's the problem. You can't miss any hit against Peach, because Peach, whenever she gets a combo started like the down tilt, like the down air, it's disaster for your opponent.
Forward air right there. Azrael still has to do some damage. Gets him with the limit cross slash, 47%, but it's not enough to get a stock. He's still building it up. Another cross slash, 86% already from 3 cross slashes.
3 cross slashes and the down smash now to boot. 104% on Meru, needs to get back to the center of the stage, but Azrael uses the grab to keep Meru honest. The limit gets used for the climb hazard. These haven't been that successful so far.
No, I'm surprised that he usually uses limit for blade beat or climb hazard. We haven't seen that many cross slashes so far. The great up smash of the shield is going to be it though.
Yeah.
No limit needed for that. Just a big old sword.
Yeah, but that big old sword gets used to maximum value when you see that Meru has been approaching with floats, with jumps, and Azrael just simply flicks that C-stick upwards and gets the kill.
Ooh, limit again online. And Meru with the bomb misses it. It's we have a 2 Stitch Face and a bomb in one set. That's truly Meru luck you have right there.
Yeah, but he hasn't really been making good use of that. I'd rather see Meru pull out a normal tournament because he can get 70% of those. But now all he needs is the kill, and that's going to be the hard part because Azrael, like you said, can move around so well on this stage, can just camp and charge up the limit. Meru struggling.
Ooh, once he gets the forward smash, but a Nair in the middle of the stage is going to do it. Forward smash, they tried maybe to break the shield, but that's not enough. And now Azrael is back to charging limit. Meanwhile, Meru is looking for that low percent combo to make it up. That will be a quick 70% when it lands again. Let's see if he can do that.
This is so hard because Azrael knows he is in the lead. He can take it slow. Does have the limit online. Is looking for something. Is looking for the cross slash or the climb hazard here. Doesn't go for it. Ooh. He gets it.
The continuous hits of the limit cross slash catching Meru's neutral getup. And now we're back at the situation again where Meru has his last stuck in winner's side of the bracket. Is he going to make the same comeback he did in game number 4? Maybe, we'll see. But for now, Azrael has the limit again. He is at 100%. Use the blade beam to keep Meru pressured and not edgeguard him. But he is back in the situation. Ooh, limit cross. The climb as it goes through the turnip.
Oh, Meru misses his edge guard, and this could be huge for Azrael if he can make it back. Uses the back guard to do so, and Azrael makes it back to the center of the stage. No more edge guarding. It's just pure neutral now.
And now Meru is in a lot of trouble. Azrael has the lead. Just keep charging that limit. He doesn't need to engage.
Oh,
and the turnip sending him to the right side of the stage. Actually, he doesn't need to recover a bit the limit, but also gets helped by Meru's turnip. Still, we are in the same situation where Azrael can just lean back, charge his limit, and see what Meru is going to do. Meru needs a big combo at low percent here. He has done it before this set. Can he do it again to make it up?
This might be the turnip. He needs the turnip combo, and this is a pretty strong turnip as well. Does miss it. Can't get a combo starter going. Azrael gets the first few hits in. The limit is online. Could finish it at any point now. Look, keep your eyes peeled for any cross slashes. Meru is toying.
He is so scared.
He misses the cross slash. This might be Meru. Can he finish it off?
Oh, he still kept the double jump swipe from Azrael because he didn't. That would have been the stock. A Gimp at low percent. Azrael now at 63%. Almost gets him with the up smash, but Meru air dodging out of the way. Who is going to take this set? Both players can still take it. It's so close. 89%. Azrael has limit.
But Meru gets the edge guard opportunity here, gets the forward air, and he finishes it off